Shalom. Oops, like a Shalom. This is Truth is Everlasting, Lion's Den. I am Yahweh Sap. I camp out with Lion Den, Hawan Ben Joshua in Jacksonville, Florida. But first, I'll to give a prayer to the Father, to the Son, to the elders, to the Akim, and to the women and children around the world in Paleo Hebrew language. Kal Halayim Ba Yahweh, Bahashem Yahweh Shai, Bahashem Ha Rokah Kodash Mahamah, in the name of Yahweh Shai, in spirit and holy and in truth. Double honors to the 144,000 chosen elect, double honors to the apostles of GMS, double honors to the apostles of Lion Den's camp, salutations to the Akims who are on the four corners of the earth, and to the women and children, Shalom. Okay, well, like we keep saying, right, those who have been called to do the work in the name of Yahweh Shin Yahweh Shai, the Hebrew Israelites around the world, things are going to get serious and going to get worse. Here pops a video, and it has to do with the serpent, okay? And, that when I say the serpent, Slakia, Leviathan, a lot of our people, so-called Negros, Latinos, and speckled birds, that live in the Caribbeans, they say they believe in the Bible, but I guess they don't pay too much attention, or the churches don't talk too much about it, right? So they're not paying attention what to look for and keep an eye on. Anyway, the title of this lesson, it says, let me see what it says here. Betamith is the Caribbean sea serpent whose eye is in Venezuela. Woo! Aruba's just right there close to it. Impregnate. Whoa. The title of this lesson, Warning, It is Coming, Leviathan. Okay, I'm going to play the video, and then we go into scripture.
Serpents are waking up. These are the babies.
Ooh.
Kilometers long and very much alive. The ones to worry about are the mother and father, Leviathan and Behemoth. They are raising the temperature of the oceans. Behemoth in the Caribbean is about to give birth with the golden egg. They are thousands of kilometers long. Eyewitness reports of their offspring are happening all across the world. The benzene ring, the circle, the serpent with the tail in his mouth, encompassing the world we live in. The 83.7-foot waves covering the area of Texas, that's the Leviathan and Behemoth. She will give birth at the Bering Strait in Alaska, where all the earthquakes are happening. And this is Juan Anamus, the embryo in which the serpent was conceived in Libya.
Wow. Well, it's going to take the hand of Yahweh Shai to stop it, to destroy like he did in the past, But the people that have technology that are out there in the ocean, boy, they're going to have a sight to see and freak out, right? I want to go to Job chapter 41, verse 1. Can thou draw out Leviathan with an hook? No. Or his tongue with a cord which thou layest down? No. Let me not go too far. Let me go to Isaiah 27, verse 1. What it's saying here is, can man control it, contain it, right? Own it, destroy it? We're going to find out. I want to go to Isaiah chapter 27, verse 1. In that day, Yahweh Bahashem Yahweh Shai with his sword and great and strong sword shall punish Leviathan, the piercing serpent, even Leviathan, that crooked serpent, and he shall slay the dragon that is in the sea. So it's talking about two different Leviathans here, right? But we're concentrating on the one that's in the sea, because in the end of day of time, it's gonna rise up again. And now with technology, they've been watching for many years, where this creature has been at. And a lot of witnesses have come out and said they have seen it. So it's like, same thing with the so-called UFOs. They've been seeing around the world. We cannot go by what the Edomites say or only say, right? What was that TV show? Give me a minute. It was in the tip of my tongue. Jack Cousteau, right? The one who used to go and study the ocean. He talked about it a long time ago, that he saw something so humongous that the eye of the Leviathan looked into the submarine window that Jacques Cousteau was in, and he freaked out. He never felt a fear in his body like the one he feared when he saw that giant eye looking inside that window. Okay? Let me go back to Job chapter 41, verse 2. And I'm trying to see if I can find that Jacques Cousteau stuff, but I haven't found it yet. I'll keep trying. Okay, let me start with verse 2. Can thou put an hook into his nose, or board his jaw through with a thorn? Verse 3. No, you can't. While he make many supplications unto thee? Yeah, he's not gonna. Think of Leviathan. What's that movie? Godzilla. Okay, like that, but way, way bigger. Will he speak soft words unto thee? No. He's a giant dog, okay? Verse 4. Will he make a covenant with thee? No. While thou take him for a servant forever? No, you won't be able to take him nowhere. Verse 5. While thou play with him as with a bird? No. Wilt thou bind him for thy maiden? No, you won't be able to even keep him as a pet. Okay? Verse 6. Shall the companion make a banquet of him? Shall they part him among the merchants? No. This is all, believe it or not, this is what Edomites believe that with the technology that they have. Not only the Edomites, okay, but around the world, people with technology, they believe that they'll be able to destroy Leviathan, just like the Babylonian and the heathens around the world believe that with technology they will be able to destroy Yahweh Shah when he come back with the host of angels. Verse 7, can thou fill his skin with bars iron, or his head with fish spears? No. Verse 8, lay thy hand upon him? No, you won't be able to pet him. Remember the battle. Do no more. You right? It's going to be unstoppable, man. When Yahweh Bashin Yashai create the heaven and the earth, They know what they were doing, man. Okay? Verse 9. Behold, the hope of him is in vain. Shall not one be cast down even at the sight of him? Yeah. Not one, many ships are going to be cast down. Even planes, even drones. Okay? Verse 10. None is so fierce that dare stir him up. Yeah, don't piss him off, but hey, you know how it is. The wicked are going to piss off Leviathan, okay? Who then is able to stand before me? Yeah, if you can't stand before Leviathan, you know, you won't be able to stand before Yahweh Shai. You know, it's funny because, and interesting because today with technology in the Babylonian wicked kingdom, their prophets is, you can almost say, is AI, right? And then of course they already got their Jesus, okay? And then of course the Babylonian Edomites who considers themselves to be, you know, high priests, right? They believe that they can keep on deceiving, you know, the whole world, but no, you're only going to be able to deceive only a certain amount of people in the world, you know? People have woken up through the name of Yahweh Bashim Yahweh Shai. Verse 11. Who has prevented me that I should repay him? Whosoever is under the whole heaven is mine. Again, Yahweh Bashim Shai keeps making it clear. Listen, everything that's on this earth, on this planet, okay, it was created by Yahweh Shai. Yahweh gave Yahweh Shai, his son, our king, 10 feet tall, dark-skinned afro, right? The authority and the knowledge and power to create all things, okay? And it's interesting how the Babylonian Edomites keep insisting that they are the creators, that they are the owners of everything, when they're not. Never was, never will be. Okay? I want to go to Deuteronomy chapter 10. Give me a minute. Verse 14. Behold, the heavens and the heavens of heavens is Yahweh Bahashim Yahushai, thy God. The earth also with all that therein is. Okay? He's again making it clear, not to get confused, that the people today, the Edomites in Babylon, who keep insisting that because they have technology that was given to them by Yahweh Shin Yahweh Shai, they are not the ones that own the earth. Okay? They were only used for a certain amount of time and for a purpose only. Okay? On Romans chapter 11. Give me a minute. 11 verse, I'll start with verse 33. No, give me a minute. Should I take a little bit further than that? Give me a minute. No, I'll just go right here. Oh yeah, oh the depth of the riches, both of wisdom and knowledge of Yahweh Bashin Yahushai. How unsearchable are his judgments, and his ways past finding out. Okay? It goes beyond than just reading one book. Okay? We will receive more knowledge when we receive the new body and the new spirit. Verse 34, for who has known the mind of Yahweh Bashin Yahushai? Well, his son Yahushai. Who has been his counselor? Yahushai. 35. Oh, who has first given to him, and it shall be recompense unto him again. Verse 36. For of him, and through him, and to him are all things, to whom be glory forever. Yeah, he gave everything to his son. Okay? But again, the Edomites keep insisting that everything is theirs, whether you like it or not. And that's not the way it works. It's not even reality. Okay? But they believe it, right? They believe a false lie unto themselves, and they want to force everybody to believe that false lie. Just like they're forcing everyone to, when the time comes, right, to accept AI as their God, right? I mean, yeah, you're going to have a lot of people who are going to bow down to that, okay? But then again, it's a reason why they call it AI, artificial intelligence, right? Make believe. I want to go to back to Job 41, start with 12. Verse 12. I will not conceal his part, nor his power, nor his commonly proportion. Yeah. You know, right now, the same way people in power around the world with technology are studying the heavens for so many years, right? I saw a video, I think it was last night. They said that they just found out that they thought, that they discovered, Slovakia, they thought that the space was infinity, but now they found that it has a limitation, right? I say, here we go again. That with their new technology, they found, in other words, the door of heaven. Come on, man. You gotta let, they're getting desperate, okay? Verse 13. Who can discover the face of his garment? Or who can come to him with his double bridle? Right? You mean, come on, man. Even AI cannot figure Leviathan out, okay? Verse 14. Who can open the doors of his face? His teeth are terrible round about. Hmm? Even AI is going to freak out, you know? Verse 15. His scales are his pride, shut up together as with a closed seal. Man, talking about perfection, okay? Can't even penetrate him. Verse 16. One is so near to another that no array can come between them. Woo! Man. People are going to be fainting, all right. It's bad to know that people are going to be fainting when my elder just did a lesson on the new update of the 3-eye atlas, and now they found they just saw another one following the 3-eye from behind, and they think, right, that it's so humongous that it's the size or even bigger than the sun. Okay? I mean, people's hearts are going to be fainting, just like Scripture says. Verse 17, they are joined one to another. They stick together. They stick together that they cannot be sun red. Not even the sun. Wow. Okay, and this Leviathan is humongous, bigger than a mountain. Okay. Verse 18, by his sneezing a light do shine, and his eyes are like the eyelids of the morning. Yeah, bright eyes, man. Almost, I guess, white eyes. Verse 19, out of his mouth goes burning what? Lamps. Oh, wow. And spark of fire leaps out. That's it, man. Elvis just left the building. Wow. Verse 20. Out of his nostril goes smoke, and out of his seething pot of cardro. I guess that's enormous heat that I can only put it. Burst him when his breath kindles coals. Wow. And a flaming goes out of his mouth. Yeah, just like Godzilla. All right? And now they're saying that they've seen more around the world. Just when you thought there was only the so-called UFOs you had to worry about, the so-called UFOs. Because in the Bible they call them chariots and clouds. Now you have to worry about the ocean. And I'm pretty sure that he can come to the land. He can walk on land as well. I want to leave it with Psalm 104. Let me start with verse 1. Bless Yahweh Shai, O my soul. O Yahweh Shai, my power. Thou art very great. Thou art clothed with honor and majesty. Verse 2. Who covers thyself with light, as with a garment, who stretches out the heavens like a curtain. Woo! Infinity. Verse 3. Who lays the beams of his chambers in the water, who makes the clouds his chariots. Woo! Who walks upon the wings of the wind. Come on. Things are moving fast right now, you know. Around the world, people in power, even NASA, are very, very concerned. Even China is very, very concerned with the 3-eye atlas. Okay, because they're keeping a very close eye, and they're realizing that this 3-eye atlas is not only one. They're seeing many, just like, you know, other non-scientists around the world with their telescopes are saying, hey, wait a minute. It's not only one, there's many. Okay? A flea. Verse 4, who makes his angels spirits, his ministers a flaming fire. Woo! Yeah, the words of truth does burn like a fire. Verse 5, who lay the foundation of the earth, that it should not be removed forever. Yep. He's making it clear that, listen, all that you have built, or that you think is going to be living forever, especially the Babylonian, is going to be destroyed. Okay? He's going to use Babylon as an example to the whole world what power is. Jump to verse 19. He appointed the moon for a season. The sun knoweth his going down. Yeah. Perfection at his best. Verse 25. So is this great and wild seed, wherein are things creeping, innumerable, both small and great beasts. Woo! I'll leave it with this, verse 26. There goes the ships. There is that Leviathan who thou hast made to play therein. Oh boy, he's gonna play all right. Boy, is he gonna play. But he's not coming alone. He's coming with his children. Okay? I hope that this was edifying, and with that I'll say, Shalom.